And so the earth in its endless twirling turns to face the sun again. And I learn once again that to camp by the creek is also where the cold air pools. The night becomes chill until at last the sky pales once more. And I hear the sound of birds or the chattering of the squirrels that defends its territory, or yet the crunching feet of my fellows on the trail, those who have woken before me. And so I pull apart my camp to start another day and consider the miles before me. So this is break number 2 and day number 3. I'm on the third section of the trail. I've got 5 miles to do today, so 3 more to go. I got a fairly early start, so I got all the time in the world to sit in the woods and watch the world go by, which actually for me is the whole point of this thing. Let's just be out in the woods because it's kind of pretty here. So as long as we're taking a little break here, let's do a little storytelling. It'll be about my pack talisman. Right here, see him? A little kangaroo. Got a little baby kangaroo in my kangaroo. So the story is, me and a bunch of friends went to hike the Salkantay route to Machu Picchu. And before we left, we were in Cusco, and a small, obviously descendant of the Inca race girl came up and was selling finger puppets. And I looked through them and I saw this kangaroo and I'm going, that's perfect. Because there's a story about the name kangaroo. Now, I'm not sure if this is true, but it's a good story, and it's also the reason why I got this. So, you get the Europeans show up in Australia, and they get out of their boats, and they see a kangaroo go by, and of course they do what anybody would do, go, wow, what the hell's that thing? And of course, they're speaking in English to the Aborigines. And their response is kanguro. And they go like, it's a kangaroo. Here's the thing. Supposedly, kanguro means not understanding, or I don't know what you're talking about. And to me, this is a perfect travel mate because when you go to new places, they're unfamiliar. And often you don't understand what's going on. So I put my little mascot of not understanding on my pack and we go traveling together. Right, buddy? We're on a new adventure now. Isn't that fun? How's little baby doing? A while ago, maybe a year ago, I ran out of razor blades and I went down to the store and got some more to find out that the old style handle was no longer supported. They had made a new cool handle for your razor that was so much better than the old one that you had to buy one. And of course it was more expensive, and actually had no damn choice because the old ones were no longer available. So me and millions of other people took those old plastic handles, threw them away, and bought the new, more expensive one because they were so much better. We had to have it. But now that I'm camping, do I want to bring this plastic handle with me? You know, I just stuffed like a stick up here. Mind you, the stick must be inferior, right? It can't possibly work because the new handle, everything. Oh, wait a minute. Just jamming a stick in here seems to be working. Maybe the whole new handle thing was just a way to get us to throw out our old crap and buy new stuff that cost more. Because the new space age technical handle seems to be, you know, you can just replace it with a stick. Huh. What do you know? Then I don't. Morning as broken. Which begs the question, why doesn't somebody fix it then? I did not pick this camp all that wisely. See, when I was walking the trail last night and I got to mile 7 of section 3, which would then leave me 5 miles to hike today, I saw a little sign that said Buffalo Creek Campground, 1/4 mile. I went, no big deal. And I wandered around up this hill to find this vaguely flat place under the tree. What I didn't realize, because I naively think of campgrounds as being a place where a bunch of people go and set up their tents and sit around campfires. But these days it's more likely that a bunch of people have driven humongous vehicles towing humongous trailers to basically dirt parking lots with trees around them, which is fine. You know, got a bunch of friends who do exactly that. But these big things need generators to keep them all charged up with electricity. And somebody's doing something down there that includes a lot of banging, and then there's people's dogs, and I don't know. This is my idea of camping. You're in a tent. And you're exposed and interacting with the outdoors as much as possible. And the whole big trailer thing, of course, then you have your TV and your sink and your microwave and your stove and the refrigerator, and you're fully insulated from the outside. And that's different. And part of me wants to complain about it a little bit, but then I realize I better keep my trap shut, because as I get older, it's more and more likely that my interactions with the woods will be based out of something like a trailer in the long run. Because, you know, I tell you, the thing I'm finding out is that as I get older, I may be able to keep hiking for a while, but, you know, this whole getting out of the tent thing just gets harder. All right, check this out. This is all the food that I brought on this trip that I didn't eat. I mean, I've literally carried pounds of food unnecessarily. So what's the deal here? Well, you know, when you're home, you think like, well, geez, I don't want to starve on the trail. And, you know, there's no recourse once I'm out there. So there's this tendency to overdo it. But there's also another factor. You think, okay, I'm going to be on the trail. I'll be doing a lot of work. I'll need a lot of food, right? And kind of the opposite is true. To eat a lot of food, you gotta sit there and be sedimentary. I mean, get in front of the TV, rock back the lounge chair, shovel it in your face. That's the only way you can really eat large quantities of food. And when you're on the trail, you're hiking, you're gonna take a break, sitting on a rock. You're gonna get some food and then you're gonna go fine. Then you're gonna start hiking again. There just isn't the time to really shove it in your face. And, you know, plus nobody starves to death on the trail. You know, especially not me. I mean, I got my blubber shield here. I mean, I could go for a couple of weeks just on this thing alone. So, you know, the worry about food is overplayed. So I think when I pack next time, I'm gonna have to take a little inventory of what I thought I needed, and then take into consideration this huge pile here that's left over, and make some changes. You know, one of the things about being the slowest person on the trail, who takes the most breaks, is that you meet a lot of people. If you're just going along at an average pace, you tend to end up in this bubble, and you keep on re-encountering people as you go along. You catch up with them, they catch up with you. But me, going slower than everybody goes by me. On any given day when I start on the trail, the people who are 5 miles behind me will definitely pass me. Most of the people that are 10 miles behind me will pass me, and even some of the people that are 15 miles or more will pass me. So I'll see a lot of people, usually once. You know, for the most part, you just stay on the trail and go. But every once in a while, you get to one of these intersections, I actually have to pay attention. Okay, I'm going this way, off I go. Okay, I'm now near the gun club. You'll hear shots going off in the background. And this road right here is 2.6 miles from my camp. Although I was beginning to think that I was lost and had missed the Colorado Trail, which right up to the point where I saw this little blaze on the tree and went like, oh, okay, so I'm not lost after all. Why did I think I was lost? Because I was following the advice of my wildly inaccurate Apple Watch. Take a look. It says 3.44 miles when the actual number is 2.6. So I get to 2.6 and I go, where's the road? I get to 3, I go, where's the road? I get to 2.2, I say, where the hell's the road? And finally at 3.44, there's the road. So in a mere 3 miles, the thing's already off like 0.8 of a mile. That means this thing is not helpful. It's actually a source of stress, because now I'm going like, am I lost? Did I miss a turn? Did I screw up? Did I, blank out and miss an entire road? But no, everything's fine. It's just my Apple Watch is a piece of crap that's inaccurate to 0.8 of a mile in 3.4. Or actually, it's inaccurate by 0.8 miles in 2.6. That's more impressively stupid than at any other point in this trip. Well, this should be the last break of this trip, because supposedly I've got a mile to go, and I'll be at the end of the trailhead. I have to say, section 3 has been kind of a beauty. There's been these rock outcroppings and little forests and streams, and really a beautiful chunk of woods. 2 before it had a different feel, of course. It was the burn area, so it was big open vistas and whatnot, but kind of nice, both of these. And so I'll be getting off the trail here in, probably 25 minutes. My buddy Troy will be picking me up, and then it's off to Bailey to go to the hot dog stand. Even though I got a hot dog already from the trail, not supernatural beings, but actual human beings gave me a hot dog. I'll still need another one when I get off the trail. Here we go. This is the creek, and that's in my guidebook, so now I know it's 0.3 of a mile. And it says a short but steep climb, which is a terrible way to end a trail. It should be downhill, and you should march in to the trailhead with your head held high, all glorious, instead of sweating and bedraggled. But here we go. Last 0.3, all uphill, steep and short. Well, there we go, Colorado Trail. And let's see, big white pickup truck. That's not here. What the heck? Where could it be? Hey look, it's the big white pickup truck. The big white pickup truck.